Well, here we're going to go. Greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, Robert Meyer Burnett. I invite you to watch and listen to the Designing Hollywood podcast, brought to you by Martika Ibarra and the great, legendary Hollywood costume designer, Marilyn Vance. I am afforded the wonderful opportunity of co-hosting the show. If you are interested in the magic of Hollywood, the design of Hollywood, the clothes of Hollywood, watch the Designing Hollywood podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts from, or find the video version on YouTube. That's right, the Designing Hollywood podcast. Why would you ever want to miss it? Especially if you love the movies.
Hello, and welcome to Midnight Metal. Robert Meyer Burnett and Dave Parker, they're fucking metal. Midnight Metal, Midnight Metal, Midnight Metal.
Well, greetings, imagination connoisseurs. Once again, it is I, your Duke of Dope Discourse, your master of fun and wonder, your viceroy of verisimilitude, whatever else you want to call me, Robert Meyer Burnett, and we're here for Midnight Metal, episode 79. Yeah! And you know who I have with me? That's right, a man who's recently come back from directing his latest feature film. You know him. You love him. He's Dave Parker in the house.
What's up, Rob?
Dave,
what's going on?
Yeah, where's the enthusiasm?
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about, dude. We're
Dude,
here once again.
It's episode 79, which at our age, 79 is the new 69, I think.
Is it? I've always still preferred 69.
At our advanced age,
I don't know what 79 is, man.
69.
I like the view. I like the view, the 69 view, frankly.
But yeah, no, it's great to be back. It's been a little while. Hi everyone. Awesome to cyber video whatever YouTube see you all.
Cyber whatever people?
Cyber whatever YouTube see you all from the Mojo verse. How's that?
The Mojo verse. I like that. Spiral, you know, that the whole Mojo verse with like
hell yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
It's great to see everyone.
Yeah.
Hope you have been having fun. And Rob, you know, this might be a little shorter show tonight because you did a epic fucking show last night, man. I mean, I couldn't even possibly watch it all, and it was really impressive because you didn't take too many bathroom breaks. Excuse me,
I took one.
You took one out of 7 hours.
I know, and I was imbibing. You know. By the way,
you were a little bit.
We haven't even started, and Miss 50 and Still Metal sent us a tip. Big tip.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Hell
Midnight,
yeah.
she says, I'm going to assume she. You know, you never know anymore. I have this new fear of dead naming and using people's wrong pronouns.
And who cares?
Well, I know, but I don't want to offend it. But Miss 50, I'm going to assume it's a she. Miss 50 says, Midnight is metal. Midnight Metal is back. I love this show. Rob and Dave.
That does my heart so much good. And, you know,
right out of the gate, Miss 50. Thank you, Miss 50. You know what? I'm going to
Amazing.
drink to that. I got some hard lemonade right here.
Cheers. And I know we're starting early, guys, but it's midnight somewhere. It's midnight.
It's midnight at the Oasis.
That's right. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
That's right. That's right,
baby. Midnight is a state of mind.
Midnight is a state. It is. This show is a state of mind.
That's right.
You know, when I talked to you, you were doing something decidedly unmetal today, but still metal at the same time. What did you
Oh,
do?
come on, man.
What did you do
It's
today,
very
Dave?
well. One, IMAX is always metal.
IMAX is always metal. Agreed. Agreed.
But I went and saw because I didn't know if it was playing for a week or just a weekend. So I went and saw E.T. in IMAX. And
That's fucking metal. Don't let anyone tell you it's not.
look, I don't care.
Yeah.
This is the thing. E.T. is a perfect film.
It is a perfect. It is a perfect
as
film.
are
I would
many,
agree with that.
especially Spielberg's early films. They're just perfect. It's crazy.
It's true.
And it's. I mean, come on, man. It's just we know what I love about a movie that I've seen that many times. I always talk about Creepshow and Raiders of the Lost Ark being like the two big influences on me wanting to like go do this crazy career of wanting to make movies. In much lesser terms than those two films are. But E.T. was a giant impact, had a huge impact on me when I first saw it. And what was awesome about it is seeing it today, everything worked. And I went with my friend Adam Green, who also loves E.T. very, very, very much. And I mean, tears were shed,
Yes.
laughs were had, and I love the fact that it still has, that's the thing. It still has the power to delight and inspire and move you 40 years later.
It was 40 years old in June.
I know, it's
now
crazy.
let me ask you this: were there a lot of kids there? A lot of people that might not have seen E.T. before, from seeing it for the first time?
There were a lot of young people who actually came to the theater, which was really nice to see. Yeah, it was. It wasn't a packed screening. It wasn't sold out, which we were kind of like, come on. But there were a lot of young people there, and the crowd reacted really well. And it was really, that was really nice. And it was a great, what I was telling you, it was a great litmus test of what the quality of what they did with ET, what the quality is going to be for when they do Jaws in September. So I'm really excited about that too, which I've seen Jaws on the big screen many times now. Luckily, I didn't see it first run, but I can't wait to see it in IMAX. Just again, the sound and everything else is just
it's such a great score from John Williams too.
Oh my god, yeah. And the thing, the thing that I liked about, what I really appreciate about Spielberg back then too, when you look at ET in the beginning moments of that movie, he's not afraid to play it a little scary, a little mysterious,
right?
He's not like telling the audience, "Oh, everything's safe." There is an element of, even with the promotion when it first came out, there was this element of mystery. What is this? And it was even the opening titles, or that weird sort of metal kind of sound over the credits, this sort of droney kind of metal wailing, not traditional like, oh, here we are, safe music and everything like that. So it was like, I really appreciated that. I thought that was, again, really cool. So so that's what I did today.
Well, what a fine thing to have done today, I would say. Nicely done. And you know who's in the chat right now, or at least for a minute?
Connie sang, the
lovely Connie sang,
who's in Napa.
She's in Napa for her pre-birthday festivities, and her vote is, all I have to say is, all hail the Hell Priest. Love you, dudes. Now, in Connie speak, that means Pinhead.
Yes, which I was, I mean, you have to I put him on our little like promo poster, whatever, for the show, because it's like, we'll get into this, but you're talking about some of the most metal characters in pop culture. Well, Pinhead definitely has to.
Oh yeah,
be a part of the conversation.
I mean, he's been around since what, 1987? Come on now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Before that, if you take the Hellbound Heart, but in pop culture, yes, 87, huge impact.
Yes, I agree. So I think Connie, for whatever reason, boy, does she
She loves
love
her Pinhead.
Pinhead? She really does.
And
And
happy pre-birthday, Connie.
happy birthday, Connie! One of my favorite people in all the world. And I'm
She
not.
sent me this great thing. She's been listening to Whiskey Morgue, which is a new like little vidcast thing for Rue Morgue magazine.
Oh, cool.
And it's this dude who samples whiskeys and talks horror. And I'm like, "Oh,
Nice.
as you would say, that person parks
There's-
that person parks their hearse at my same cemetery."
All right, there you go. I like that. By the way, for those of you, here he is in all of his glory from Doug Bradley as Pinhead from the very first Hellraiser movie from 1987, written and directed by Clive Barker himself. And there's a very real possibility that he could wind up being our most metal character in all of pop culture. You never know, Dave. You never know.
That poster, I remember. Here's the thing with Hellraiser, for me at least. You know, you were a little older, not too much older, but
Right.
I would say even with our age difference not being that significant, you were much more worldly and well read. But when I saw Hellraiser, I knew nothing about S&M or bondage or any of those things. So
Right.
to me, I was seeing something that was so totally original and foreign to me that I was completely enthralled. Now I'm still not really into S&M or bondage or that type of thing.
Sure.
I know a fair amount of people who are. I've interacted in that world a fair amount. It's not my thing. The pain and pleasure thing never really sort of translated to me. Probably because I don't get enough pleasure.
Oh, Dave, you might want to reach in the screen and pat you on the head there, buddy.
Oh,
Well, listen.
I'm taking applications now. No.
It is an interesting thing. I mean, to me, what has always fascinated me about all that is, it's very much a part of your imagination. You know, it's play. It literally, as they call it, play, but it really is that. And you know, the idea of being dominated, of being a submissive, of being a dom. There's a creative and an imaginative component to that, and I think that's fascinating. And you know, the idea of submitting to a partner and then have them do whatever they're going to do to your body is a really interesting thing. And then presenting it in a horror context. You know, I love the quote in the Books of Blood that opened every book, Clive Barker's Book of Blood. I love he said, "Everyone is a book of blood.
Book of blood.
Whenever we're opened, we're red."
We're red.
And I always love that. I just thought that was the greatest thing in the world.
That was the genius of Clive, and is the genius of Clive, even though he himself is like, you know, he says it's always interesting because he says after the Books of Blood, he was done with horror. He had said everything he had to say in horror with the Books of Blood.
But he wrote a lot of other horror novels.
Right, but he thinks that those other novels after the Books of Blood are more
dark fantasy.
Dark fantasy, like a Neil Gaiman.
Yeah. Well, I would say what was really, you know, Clive Barker and Neil Gaiman, there was something going on in England in the 70s and 80s, the punk culture, the goth culture, the art culture, the cabaret culture, all of that stuff, those things, and both Clive Barker, I mean, he was a street hustler, and
he was. I don't remember hearing that part. But I mean, I know he experienced many things.
He experienced many things.
But I didn't know that. We've been you and I have both been very lucky in the fact that we've both gotten to interact with Clive at different times of his life and everything else, and other people like Peter Atkins, who wrote several of the Hellraiser sequels.
Really nice guy.
I mean, amazing, and a really Peter Atkins, not Clive, but Peter Atkins especially. I just want to give a shout out to him because I think he's he's been a really underappreciated writer, the
Agreed.
screenwriter and fiction writer, since then. And yeah. How's your father? Yes, Clive Barker is gay. I'm just letting you guys know, if you don't know, which is, yes.
Well, I mean, it's
but the thing
interesting.
is, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But with Hellraiser, it opened an entire new world to me that I had never seen before. And that, to me, what I loved about it wasn't I appreciated I was a younger kid. I appreciated the sexual taboos that were being presented to me, even in the writing, because I was reading the books of blood beforehand. But seeing Hellraiser was a very, very, very transgressive presence that was seeing Hellraiser was an incredibly, and I saw it on video. I didn't see it in the theater, the first one.
I did.
But an incredibly exciting experience for me because one, I was fascinated by the effects, but this whole, on a budget of very little, 1.2 million, 1.5 million or something like that, he created a world. He world built with his mythology with a movie in a house.
Basically. Oh, it was, yeah. And I have to tell you, I mean, one of the things about the Books of Blood, one of the reasons, because I was a horny, dirty little kid, I loved great horror because of the sex, the sex and the bloodletting. I
remember reading The Howling, and The Howling book was filled with much more sex than the movie was.
Oh yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I read a lot of Graham Masterton and a lot of early James Herbert books.
Yeah, and those British guys who seem very proper and repressed were horny little fuckers when they started to get pen to paper.
And Graham Masterton, and for those of you who don't know, as a matter of fact, I have my copy of Revenge of the Manitou, which is right there.
Right there,
That's my original. That when I bought that book in the 70s when it came out.
Show that cover, because that cover is amazing.
What? Can I read here?
Can you reach it?
Like, no, yeah, I can. My dog's here though. I gotta reach back. I'm gonna have to get up.
It's just an amazing cover, guys. It's worth it. Darren Seeley, I pitched a Rawhead Rex redo as well. I really wanted to do Rawhead Rex at one point too. But
here, I'll show you.
Cover, just now, the glory of old pulp covers.
Here, let me go full frame on this one. Yeah. So here is the Revenge of the Manitou cover. And it is, and it's the soul-chilling sequel to the best-selling novel and film, The Manitou. And this book has, again, these Graham Masterton also wrote sex manuals. As an author.
Weird. It's so weird.
And these books,
you ever see an interview with him? He's such a proper tea-drinking Englishman, and he's writing sex manuals. It's very strange.
Yeah, it was these books. I was telling this story. My aunt, who passed away a couple weeks ago, my dad's sister, would buy me books. That's what she liked to buy me for the holidays for my birthday. And one day, you'd see here. I can show. This is in pretty great shape, man.
It's in a beautiful shape.
Let's see, when did I? But what's great is, let's see if it's in the back. So in the back of these books, there was always ads for like Graham Masterton's other books, like the Sphinx and the Djinn and the Manitou, and what was so great was when I didn't have these books and I'd go to the bookstore and they wouldn't be there, I would always tell my aunt, and she was a very kind woman and very proper, and she was buying me James Herbert and Graham Masterton horror novels. And one day, I think I was like 11, and my aunt's like, the woman at the bookstore asked how old you were to read these books, and are these books, are they appropriate for you? And I'm like, Aunt Barbara, these books they're just horror novels about monsters. She didn't know, but rest in peace, Aunt Barbara. And she never knew, nor would she. But it was shocking how explicit a lot of these books were. And I mean, I wonder, are kids that are? I mean, now I guess when you can go on and go to RedTube or Pornhub or
Pornhub
whatever it
or
is.
something.
You can see whatever you want, but there was something better about reading it.
Oh, well,
Of course, I didn't grow up in this day and age. I grew up when I had
again,
books and we didn't have online porn.
right?
So.
And we're old, and we had to like. You were an only child, so you didn't have this experience. But
I had sister. Growing up, yeah.
But I doubt she was buying Playboy. So I had older brothers who had Playboy, and it was like as a kid, of course, I would sneak into their room and like find their Playboys under the bed or something like that.
Yeah, I didn't have any of that.
There was always that sort of weird thing about it, which was, and again, it's bizarre when you think about it now, and I think so many people would not relate to the fact that our first exposure to adult entertainment and stuff like that was through print.
Oh yeah. And
which
because
is weird because everything is such a visual medium now and a visual response that
no, for sure,
very strange.
And it was, but also it wasn't just that there was sex and violence. I love the stories too. Like Revenge of the Manitou is about like Miss Quamakis comes back with 22 other medicine men to wreak havoc.
Only 22?
Well, yeah, I think I believe it's 22. I think it's 22, and then the James Herbert books like The Fog, which is no relation to the John Carpenter,
and the
Fog and the Dark and Survivor
well, Survivor's a little more traditional, not super sexual as far as a book goes.
But The Fog and
kind of
the
a
Dark
really interesting. Survivor actually turned into like, was it in the early 80s or 70s? Like kind of an interesting. I don't know if it was a TV movie or a movie.
Yeah,
but actually pretty good.
No, it was good. But those books were so like they had all kinds of sex acts that I didn't even know existed.
I mean, that's the thing. The funny thing is, it was
combined with horror.
It was like I was reading the book for the horror, and then the sex stuff would get in as a bonus.
Yeah.
Bonus.
I mean, I remember. I think it was chapter 5 of The Fog with this woman was having an affair. And it was great. It was a great chapter. But I read that chapter 1,000 times. But what was so interesting about like Hellraiser was there were horror movies that it was one of the first horror movies. I mean, I loved Hammer horror, and the Hammer movies, like they always had boobs and blood in them. But even though they had nudity, there was something quaint about. I mean, sometimes they get a little crazy, like Vampire Circus.
There was still some stuff that my first, and guys, don't worry, we will get to the topic. My first Hammer horror film was Dracula 8072.
Right.
Because I was young. It was like, I saw TV or something like that. Don't Hammer shame me.
Well, no, but it was.
But then it was the mod 70s or 60s in that movie. But there was that, and then Carol Monroe's, and there's definitely like something sexual going on without any nudity, and that I certainly picked up on. You're like going, oh.
Happy birthday, Connie, by the way. She says, for those interested,
yes,
at Whiskey Morgue on Instagram for horror and whiskey pairings. That's WHISKEYMOR. You know what? I'm going to do that right now.
No, it seems cool. He followed me, and I followed, or they followed me, and I followed back because it was like, well, if it's good enough for Connie, it's certainly good enough for me. And Connie, we will celebrate your turn around the sun. Hopefully this week when you get back. That would be fun. I haven't seen Connie in a while. And safe travels back to the land of the Lost Angels.
It's true. But it's funny because I don't know if it was a phase I went through, but I don't read, because I used to read a lot of dark fantasy, and maybe it's because there just isn't being written the way it used to be written. I don't know, but I would say that Neil Gaiman's Sandman, especially when it first started, did have the same kind of extreme horror elements that Clive Barker did, and it gender bent. And it did a lot of things.
Clive took it onto a very open, gay and bisexual level that hadn't been done in embraced fiction.
Oh yeah, no,
it had been done, but not in embraced fiction. So that was getting attention at the time.
No, but Sandman did that too. You know, the Sandman really embraced the alternative lifestyle culture of.
It did, but maybe not quite as, you know, in your face, not in your face, but as a matter of fact. I think the comic book Sandman still did it a little chaste in a way, because it was DC. That I think, even though it was Vertigo, I think they were still being a little. I didn't notice it being as overt, but maybe the fact is that, you know, Neil Gaiman was just so gifted in making things feel very casual and matter of fact that it didn't translate. It didn't hit you over the head, and maybe that was the power of, look, you know, you got me into Sandman, and guys, we'll get to the topic. I promise you. I'm
talking about it, but we're talking about.
I'm determined to keep this on track. But you introduced me to Sandman and said you got to read this, and when I read it, I agreed with you. It was the first time that I read any comic book, and I had read many great stories, but it was the first time that I was like, "This is literature,
right?
This is not just a comic. This is This is." As Neil Gaiman has proven many times over the years, that he is an amazing writer.
Oh yeah.
So maybe I didn't notice it quite as much as you did at the time. Before you say anything, I want to read this message from someone. It's not a super chat, and I know we have a couple that haven't been read yet.
Yeah.
But it was like from Sean Passmore. Robbie B, do you know if anyone has a tattoo of you? I'm serious. I've seriously been thinking about it. My favorite YouTuber and my existential spirit animal.
I would imagine not. I certainly know no girls have tattoos of me. But hey, you know what? If you want to do that, I would be honored, and I would definitely promote the hell out of it. Just make sure the artwork is good. And
don't get a bunk tattoo artist.
Find a young, hot picture of me.
And then there was Echo Base Network goes, Dave, what's your Twitter? I don't have Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I will not be on Twitter. I used to be. I hate it. I will not go back on it, even for promotion. I will not do it. My Instagram is Parker Vision. You can follow me there, and there you go. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Hang on. We got a few.
Yes.
El Necron, he's been a member for 16 months. He's an imagination connoisseur. Now we have Ronald Tooth, brings up somebody who's entered the pantheon of most metal character in all of fiction recently. A new member. I think we all can welcome him with open arms.
Are you talking about my spirit animal now?
I'm talking about Mr. Eddie Munson.
Yes.
Here he is. Mr. Eddie Munson, it doesn't get much more metal than playing a metal song in the upside down to attract monsters. This is him.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Dude, obviously I love that character. I related so much to that character. I loved everything about that character. I really did. I related so much to the character, which, you know what's really nice in this day and age when metal is not a prevalent musical thing for the masses, that this character has been embraced so much. The great thing is, like, the actor who plays Eddie, like,
a nice British boy.
Did you see when he met with Metallica?
Yeah.
And then played Master of Puppets with them?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's just, it's he's wonderful. He's a wonderful character. I wish they hadn't killed him off. Sorry,
dude, it's Stranger Things. Maybe he'll come back.
Anything's possible. But,
maybe he'll get resurrected by Vecna.
It's who is played by Jamie Campbell Bowers, correct?
Yep.
Who we met in Spain.
Yep. Yes,
we remember. We were. He was having dinner with the the head of Sigis,
Yeah.
next table over, and then came over, and it was like, oh yeah, that guy's a rock star. He was there for Twilight Eclipse, I think.
I think
Just the
so.
trailer.
And was that when we there? Were we in Sigis in 2009?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, that's when we met Herschel Gordon Lewis.
We met Herschel Gordon Lewis, which is very metal, but we did meet Vecna, who was really nice. But I mean, very much acting like a rock star, and I can't blame him because he had young girls like lined up around the theater and everything all night long just to see the trailer for.
By the
Twilight
way,
Eclipse.
I heard a story today from my friend George Feltenstein. I was talking to him, and George told me an interesting story. He said that Scream Factory really wanted, is it Curse of Frankenstein? Is that the Blu-ray that Warner Archive put out that has all the special features? And
Oh
all that?
yeah, a 2-disc set.
Yeah. So they weren't going to give him Curse of Frankenstein, but you know what they took instead of Curse of Frankenstein? What Scream Factory took? The Hills Run Red.
Oh,
So yeah,
nice.
yeah,
That's cool.
Isn't
That's
that
nice.
cool? I didn't, and George had no idea.
And still available on
Yeah.
a pack with more extras than Curse of Frankenstein.
Yeah, and I and it was very funny because George didn't know that, and I told him what we did, how you created the new stuff, and I did the retrospective stuff, and
the archive stuff.
he didn't know that, and he loved that. He was like, "That's amazing," and indeed it was. So
it was.
That's metal.
Before we really jump into the topic, hardcore. I do want to say, we lost someone last week who was very dear and near to me. Someone that I knew from the very first thing that I ever worked on, and had known and had been supportive of us right to the end, and that's Clu Gulager.
Yep.
And for those who don't know, Clu Gulager was an actor who was in The Virginian. He was in was it The Killers? He was in The Killers. I'm thinking early on stuff.
Yeah.
Then he was in the movie Feast.
Yep.
He was in Return of the Living Dead. He was in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. He was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's just a few. But Clu is someone who was a Hollywood mainstay. He knew everyone.
He would come out to our Thursday horror nights.
He would be at Timmy Nolan's with us. He has a permanent chair at the New Beverly.
Yep.
In the front row where he always sat. When we did the Hills Run Red teaser trailer, he uninvited, because he knew it was me, he showed up just to sit in the audience, and he got makeup put on. Clu was unlike anyone that I had ever met, and absolutely, I mean, he lived a wonderful life. He was 93.
Yeah.
He did not suffer. I know that. Really amazing person that I will miss seeing, just bumping into on occasion. So to Diane and John Gulager and Tom Gulager and the Gulager family, my deepest condolences. I loved your father. He was a great man, and if you haven't seen Clu Gulager stuff, he loved horror. He loved
horror.
He loved movies. He loved movies.
He did.
And I absolutely implore you guys to go search out his stuff. Just a fantastic guy, and and that's the thing. It's like you, I would aspire to have the impact on people that Clu did. Just being Clu, not being the actor, just Clu being Clu. I would aspire to leaving that sort of lasting impact because everyone he met probably has something different and nice to say. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, it's
there
it's
you
funny.
go.
We've lost a lot of people this year. A lot of some I knew, some
Well,
obviously I didn't.
I mean, thanks to you, I met Nichelle Nichols. Without you, I wouldn't have met her. Even just that little interaction on that on something that you and I, it's a very
We watched a movie with her.
very vivid thing. But but I will never take away the fact that I actually
Came
got
to our
meet her.
office.
I got to meet her and interact, and that was due to you, and that part of it was really really special. And again, I mean, it's weird when and the thing is this, so unassuming, so humble, not not wearing their absolute influence, which they know that they have had
Oh yeah.
on things on their shoulders, just being very very nice.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
that's that's a rare thing in this business. That's a rare thing to be uh appreciative, humble, grateful. So many are not.
No, it's true. It's true. Um, listen, some people are firing and stuff.
Cool. I
Uh,
think we're gonna start
yeah,
sliding into our topic.
Big Rod just gives us a thumbs up. Joe Hempel says, "Hola, both had to add the '69 dude." Beavis and Butthead, Hee Hee, and S&M Bondage. All hail Lucifer, a.k.a. Gwendolyn Christie and Gothic Robert Smith from The Cure.
Not metal, but very cool.
Yeah, very cool. And then Connie told us about Whiskey Morgue. And Mega React says, Red from Mandy. That's a good one. Red from
Pretty
Mandy
fucking metal. I mean, they listen to metal.
is the
They're
most
very
metal.
metal. They're very metal.
Very metal.
Very
Ronald
metal.
Tooth says another mention for the most metal. John Effin Schnepp, my friend John Schnepp, but he's not really a character. Well, I guess he is a character from pop culture.
Well,
but you know what I mean. He's not a fictional character from pop
was
culture.
what was he metal? Was
He was
metal?
pretty metal. John Schnepp. I mean,
we
we all went. You
as
were
a
there.
personality.
Yeah. No, but in real life, he loved metal music.
That's cool.
Yeah, he was a huge fan.
Right on.
And Football
respect
Frequency
that.
says, I just finished my second script that I wrote for practice, not money. It's 16 pages. It's called No Guns Allowed, a Peacemaker Story. Rob is kidnapped and disguised as James Gunn to steal scripts for a dying friend. I'm looking more and more. James Gunn and I are looking more and more alike. Again,
Well, because the
white hair.
you're embracing the white.
Yeah, which is kind of. I mean, I've worked with James Gunn. I was one of the producers of the specials that he wrote.
Yeah.
That he was also in, and so that was fun. I like that
Sorry,
idea.
guys, I was pouring another drink.
But no. So let me talk about this. You came up with this idea.
I know I pulled this out of my ass, but
you
it
pulled
was
it out of your ass. So I got to
It
ask
was
you.
kind of fun, man.
We're talking about who is the most metal character
In pop culture.
in pop culture. Now, let me ask you this: would you call, say, Iron Maiden's Eddie? Would that count, or is Eddie just an illustration? Does a metal character have to be embodied by an actor?
Well, Eddie has been embodied by actors before, and I think Eddie's definitely a contender of being, he's definitely pop culture for sure. I think the image of Eddie for some people is known even if they don't know Iron Maiden. It's like they've go, oh yeah. I've seen that. But I was really thinking more. When I brought up the topic, I was really thinking more of movies, television, and I guess and comic books too would I put in the art, because it was like, how can I not at least to present someone like Evil Ernie, which is a character that a lot of people, I don't even know if they know anymore. And I thought about the Crow, I thought about Eric Draven. He does play in a rock band.
Yeah.
But again, I think him, and I think the Sandman and the Crow, I think more like Nine Inch Nails. I wouldn't say Nine Inch Nails is particularly metal. They're more industrial. They're more in a different vein. And I love the Crow, so that's a little different. But I'm curious if you had to, and that's why I picked, like, okay, well, we're doing comic books or just characters. Like, that's why on the artwork I threw on Batman.
Right.
But it was the dark metal Batman.
Right, the dark metal Batman, which is pretty fucking metal.
Right.
Fucking metal.
I threw in Iron Man. I mean, how can you not? Iron Man has AC/DC as his backing band, basically.
Yeah.
You have Doctor Doom. I mean, he's fucking all metal.
Doctor Doom's metal.
But these are the obvious ones, and that in that sense, I mean, Deathclaw could be like some of the biggest metal characters, pop culture. But again, what goes across the board to, like, everyone does know Metalocalypse.
Right.
You
right.
know?
They don't.
So to me, that's what's interesting. It's like, obviously Ghost Rider and Lobo and are in the mix in the talk of it too.
The Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
Well, that's the one I have up there.
Yeah, I know. That's
what I know what's up.
I'm just saying. but I think it's funny to me because
Danny Ketch is pretty fucking metal.
I also think, like, modern metal, the Doof Warrior from Fury Road, who works
but beyond that, Mad Max.
Yeah, I mean,
Mad Max as a character.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking metal.
Right.
But it's interesting because does a character have to be bad, or do they have to be good? Because I would say
that they just have to be metal.
I love Eric Draven. As you know, we both have a shared love of the Crow. The Crow it never gets mentioned in any of these conversations, but it clearly is one of my favorite comic book adaptations of all time.
Well, The Crow is my favorite movie.
It's such a great movie.
But the thing is, it's got such meaning, and Al Necron brings up. I didn't put him on there, and I now feel so bad. Al Necron, you might have picked the most metal character, Snake Plissken.
Snake, yeah, you didn't put him on there. I mean, Snake Plissken is so metal. He's willing to sacrifice all of humanity.
There's only so many people I could throw on a little piece of art there. I put the Green Goblin on, who has a. If you look, what is mental? What is metal and mental?
Yeah, well, you have
anti-establishment, very, very unique, singular point of view. Never mind the love of chaos sometimes, and that type of thing. So, I just think that type of thing is sort of the character traits of it. So to me, but but that's the thing. There are so many. It's just like, who is the most metal?
Well,
in your opinion.
Of what? I mean, I thought this was going to be an exploration into this character study.
Right.
I mean, look, I do think there's a case to be made for Snake Plissken because he doesn't care if humanity is destroyed. Like, he's a total nihilist, and he will allow the world to burn, but he will allow the world to burn only because idiots will let it burn.
Right.
He just doesn't. He's like, I don't suffer fools gladly, and I don't, get a new president.
Let's play a little Bangkok Rules.
It's funny because I you can't see it, but I got my Snake Plissken 12-inch figure right up here. I love that character. I would really love them to make another final Snake Plissken movie.
Oh my god! Just Escape from Earth.
Yeah, Escape from Earth.
John and Kurt get your differences figured out. Netflix, fund this.
Do they
thing
have
for
differences?
Politically, yes.
Oh,
Politically, they do now. Yes, a little bit from what I understand. It's like, get over that shit. Netflix,
bruh.
give them $100 million while you're spending it on Day Shift with Jamie Foxx. Give Kurt Russell, who is a Netflix darling thanks to the Christmas Chronicles now, give him and Carpenter $100 million to do Escape from Earth, the last gasp of Snake Plissken. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, actually, somebody brought up in the chat Ash from Evil
How is
Dead.
Ash not on the list? He's in the artwork, guys. He's in the artwork.
Yeah, we haven't. And in case you didn't notice, Dave Parker did this. He did artwork for tonight's show. Look at that. Look at who's on this list. Some great people. I
had to do this art quick, guys. I'm just telling you.
He did it quickly, and it's good stuff. By the way, look at that. let's do that again. Look at that. Woo.
Lobo, we've got Ash, we've got Batman, we got Doom, Road Warrior, Iron Man, Evil Ernie, Pinhead. It's just a little taste of pop culture metal, people. Just a little.
Joe Hemphill says, "Dude, 9 Inch Nails and Tool. They're my spiritual metal."
Again, we're talking bands. We're not talking pop culture characters.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I love those bands. They're amazing.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, it's also Dub MC became a member of the channel. He became a PGS hero. So Dub MCs, here's to you, buddy. Thanks for becoming a member of the channel.
And Rob, you know what? Why we're all waxing? Why the people missing on that piece of art that are metal? Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd is metal.
He might be the most metal.
He might be the most
metal.
Yeah, I can't argue with with now but I have to give you a caveat. The Carl Urban Judge Dredd is much more metal than the Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd.
There's a Sylvester Stallone Dredd?
Yeah. There is
not that I know of.
And Jean-Paul Gaultier designed his outfits.
Yeah, in my world, there is only a Carl Urban Judge Dredd, as known as Dredd.
Yes, it's true. I'm a big fan.
Oh my God, the great thing is to veer off for a second. So there was one night. I was with my buddy Yvonne, who I've done many projects with now as an actor, and we created this thing called Cold Water. It watches, and we were just walking down Hollywood Boulevard, and we hit the Chinese, and it was like, oh, Dredd's playing right now. We should go. Opening week. Oh, it was so great. It was 3D at the main Chinese.
Dude, that movie.
Big Chinese there in 3D. We're just like, this is our happy place. We were so fucking excited and happy after that experience.
What about what about the T-800, the original Terminator?
He's more punk and industrial. He was not listening to metal. He was, when you look at his outfit, it was taken from punks at the observatory. He took punk rockers' outfits, and then Tech Noir was a more
techno club,
not metal.
Football not Frequency really. Brings up another Carl Urban character, Billy Butcher from The Boys.
But Billy Butcher doesn't seem like the guy, and we haven't had any confirmation that he actually listens to metal. It sounds.
I'm willing to bet dollars to donuts. Billy Butcher listens to a lot of metal.
You think so? Because I think he listens to Barry Manilow and some he's got some deep seated fucking emotion that he only gets through by listening to music. That's what I think.
He
I
listens.
think
She'll be
he's
riding round the mountain on a
yeah,
pony she named
he's listening to
Wildfire.
he's listening to Barry Manilow, John Denver, some Neil Diamond, but not metal. I think he's a very complex, conflicted character.
Swack Props, our friend Cal. Swack Props says hot
Oh
take.
my God!
By the way,
genius.
speaking of, you know who's metal? Fucking Swack Props
Swack
is metal. Swack Props. I mean, come on. He made me these.
What?
Dude, these are from fucking Moon Knight.
I know. I haven't been on in a long time.
Dude, look at the detail.
I know. Well, I would expect nothing less
Dude,
from that
Cal
man.
from Swack Props is fucking metal. And you know what's really funny? Where's my the other one? It's out of my reach. Ever since he gave these to me, I can't. Like, he gave me a stand for them.
Dude, you have to.
He made a stand.
You're gonna be cosplaying.
I can't stop playing with these things.
I
can't. I'm always like going. Rawr.
Yeah, I know. Rob, guys, big shocker. Rob can't stop playing with himself.
I know. What can I say? But you know, for someone my age, it works.
Well,
I don't
not
need
much else
Cialis,
does, so yeah.
Cialis, whatever. Although I do want to take it just to see what happens. So,
a heart attack.
no, I won't. I hope not. No, I do need to get in better shape and stop drinking. But there you go.
That'll happen.
It will. But we're kind of veering away from.
No, we're getting back on track now.
Are we getting back on track? I mean, you know, Immortan Joe from Fury Road's pretty metal, but you know what? No one's more metal than Max Rockatansky.
No, exactly. I mean, that's the thing. There are so many metal characters in the Road Warrior. There's Vernon Wells. I'm sorry, I'm forgetting. There's
Wes.
There's Master Blaster.
Master Blaster.
There's Humongous. Lord Humongous.
The Lord, the Ayatollah of rock and roll.
Yeah.
But he's the Ayatollah of rock and roll. He's not.
But the thing is, there is none more. I mean, there's Auntie Entity.
Yes, and she's metal. She's literally wearing chainmail.
She's wearing chainmail.
Yeah, she's.
But there's still no one more metal than Max.
Yeah.
As far as that series goes.
Maybe Mad Max is definitely up there. Somebody brought up Darth Vader. Darth Vader is metal, dude. I know he's sci-fi and he's not your jam, but he's metal.
No, not my jam. Like, I don't like Star Wars. Come on.
Oh, the Richard brought up somebody great. Severin von Sickle from come on, Severin von Sickle from Near Dark.
Come at me.
Near Dark.
Near Dark. Not
finger licking good.
Not in the pop culture enough, as far as what I'm going for. Not in the. Look. I love Near Dark. I love the character. I love Bill Paxton. Not in the pop culture enough. We're talking characters, not actual real people either. And not that character.
Right.
It's
a character. Right.
But some people are like going, Stone Cold Steve Austin or Chris Jericho. And it's like, yeah, I get it. The Kurgan, someone brought up the Kurgan.
The Kurgan's fucking metal.
Legit fucking
The Kurgan,
metal.
The Kurgan is definitely up there. The Kurgan gets. The Kurgan gets
what the Kurgan wants.
Yeah, the Kurgan. Yes, the Kurgan is metal.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Bill and Ted, are they the most metal characters in pop culture? Bill and Ted.
But they're banned.
They're banned?
Yeah, Wild Stallions. Is metal.
Wild Stallions?
So I mean, Bill and Ted are. I don't think Bill and Ted are metal, but Wild Stallions is metal.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Someone keeps saying the Firefly family from Devil's Rejects and House of a Thousand Corpses. They're not metal. I mean, those characters exist in the 70s, before metal really happened. They're listening to fucking things that are not metal at all.
I can't. I love that you're making these arbitrary rules and things right now.
I'm just saying, it's like the Firefly.
Hey man, I love it. This is your topic. You can say whatever you want.
It's my show, Bear.
It's my show. You know what? I gotta watch that. It's my show, Bear. Love that movie.
Yeah. Lestat is so not metal. Albert Vasquez.
He's
Lestat
goth. Lestat's
he
goth.
is super goth.
Yeah, and even in the book, you know, he's a rock star. He's literally a rock star, and he's not metal. Wolverine.
Wolverine is he?
He's metal.
Is he?
He's literally got metal on his bones until that metal was taken away.
I mean, now we're. I'm talking about the spirit of it. Wolverine.
Well, that's the thing. The spirit of
berserker. In that sense, you know, so he's kind of metal, but I think of Wolverine like listening to a lot of Hank Williams Jr.
Probably, because he's more of a Western character.
I think he's listened to things from way back and everything, but I don't think he's like jamming to Judas Priest. Just my opinion on this, but I love hearing what people are thinking about it. I think
you know what, I will say this.
We should bring someone on. I think we should bring someone on to chime in if they want to, and like have a little hearty debate on.
Well, we can. Hang on. I'd have to set that up. But,
right. I'm sorry.
I think we can do that. Well, I think it'd be fun to bring people on.
I think it would with this topic. I think that would be really fun.
Well, okay. Before we do that, I'm gonna put you up full frame here, Dave.
Okay. What am I gonna do?
I want to put you up full frame, so you're gonna talk a little bit about if we're gonna bring people on. I want you to explain. Dave's going to give us his vision of what this is all about. So explain. Since this is your topic, give the folks at home, give them a little bit of what it means to be metal. What are you looking for?
All right. What I'm looking for, guys, is
and girls and kind souls, gentle beings.
I use guys as I apologize. What I'm looking for, everyone, is someone who embodies that rebellious spirit that is non-conformity, that definitely has that rebellious attitude that goes against the norms of society, and they march to their own drummer as a character in pop culture. Not so much a person, but a character that you love, that embodies, like, metal is nonconformist. It's incendiary a lot of the time. It definitely makes your parents worried. It pushes those buttons, and it just doesn't give a fuck. That's the type of thing that I'm looking for, and seeing what other people think, because I know there's so many different characters that can embody this, but that's what I think is interesting, is like what other people think as. I have my own picks, but I want to hear yours. So bring it on.
Okay, so Dave, what you're telling me then is you want to bring somebody else onto the show. So
yeah, I do.
All right.
I want to hear,
especially if you've never been on the show. If you've been on the show before, hold off.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get somebody that we've never had on the show. So if you've been on the show before, hold off for a minute. But if you've got a camera and you're ready to go online, and you're an articulate human being,
that's important. Don't sit there and go, "Oh, Rob, I love you and I love Star Trek."
Oh no, you can say that.
No, you can't say that. You know why? Because this motherfucker did it last week. He goes, "Oh, Star Trek's so metal, and Dave's never going to come back." I watched that shit. I watched that opening. I heard what this motherfucker said. You know what? No Star Trek shit. Captain Kirk, you know what? Rob will keep you on, and you will see me slink out if that happens. Because Captain Kirk is not.
Captain
metal.
Kirk is so fucking metal, dude. He was a headbanger.
He banged a lot, but not heads.
Boy, my dog is. Hey guys, hang on.
Your dog is excited.
They're growling. One of my dogs is growling at the other. Okay,
that's metal.
So check it out. We've got. I put the link. I put the link into the.
Oh, there it is.
The link is there, so somebody can. My dog Sebastian right here you can't see him, but he's pretty.
Oh, I can see his head.
There's
in your lap.
Sebastian. He's 8 months old. Tallulah,
Is he named after J.F. Sebastian?
No, but he could be. Here he is. Look at him.
Aw.
Hey, buddy.
Hi, bud.
Oh, we got somebody. Let's see who it
Sweet.
is. Necron. Necron is here. That's metal.
Oh, right on.
We're letting Necron in. Oh, he's perfect. Necron.
Dude, he's so metal.
He's so metal. Hang on. I'm gonna put Necron and you. I gotta put you guys. Hang on. While Dave. So, all your hopes for Necron.
All my hopes and dreams.
It is. I mean, it is. Necron is he's gonna and Necron looks like he's exactly on our wavelength tonight. So he's going to have something to say about this. Now let me just get him in the mortis and get you, Dave, in this triple mortis so we can see you as well. Let me move you over here and I'm
have some.
Yes, have some. So okay, we got in the center square we have Necron, and then we've also got Dave Parker. So welcome everyone, Necron, to Midnight Metal. Necron, you are live. Can we hear you? I don't know if we can hear you.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you. Yes, we can.
All right,
Necron.
Welcome, man.
Welcome to Midnight Metal. The floor is yours. You have to tell us who is your pick for the greatest pop culture character of all time. Who's the most metal?
Metal.
Well, man, I have to say Snake. It's between Snake and Lobo.
Okay.
All right.
Lobo's pretty fucking metal. He has a space Harley. He can beat the shit out of Superman.
It's true.
He listens to metal. He fucking looks like a metalhead. I'm gonna have to go Lobo.
Okay.
More than
he looks
Snake
like
Pliskin.
Oh, dude, it's killing me to say that. Snake is fucking awesome too, because Snake is like a no fucks given metalhead, like you were saying earlier.
Right.
You're
Okay,
like, oh, really? Go ahead.
But for Lobo, what I'm curious about, because I only know Lobo a little bit.
He's
I'm
a
not
Centaurian, right? Centaurian.
Yes.
Lobo the Centaurian.
The last Caesarian.
The last Caesarian.
Yeah.
Tell us about Lobo, and what was the thing that got you into that character and made you make this choice?
Lobo, yeah. Well, Lobo, he would have Danzig in the background lyrics in the comics, and
Yep.
Simon Bisley did the covers. Who did a lot of the Danzig
Simon
stuff.
Bisley, yeah.
Bisley. So, he was a bounty hunter. So that was kind of just a metal job to have. He, gets his money by capturing people. He was metal, and he just didn't give a fuck. He got drunk all the time, beat the crap out of people, could beat up Superman. But I think it was just the aesthetics of his look. He just looks metal, and he acts metal too.
What got you into him? How did you discover Lobo the first time?
Oh, the miniseries back in the day.
Okay.
I think it was the last Caesarian. It had the artwork, the Beasley artwork, man, it was just cool. It was metal.
Yeah.
Yeah, here, this is not Simon Bisley artwork, but for those people who are wondering, not everybody knows who Lobo is. Let me give you a little glimpse. Here's our boy Lobo on his Space Harley. Now this is not the Simon Bisley artwork, but Lobo is decidedly very metal. I first encountered Lobo in the pages of the Omega Men, and that's where he was created. He was created in the early issues of Omega Men, and I'm telling you, it's pretty great, and I think it'd be.
He should have been Lobo.
I agree with that.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
I said Jason Momoa was wasted on Aquaman. He should have been Lobo.
He should have been.
It would have been amazing,
role,
except
man.
he is great as Aquaman.
Well, he made Aquaman cool.
Big more popular character, more accessible character, I should say.
Well, Necron,
but I agree.
That is a fine choice, and I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Hey,
yes.
Thanks for having me.
We're going to bring someone else on. That was an awesome, and I cannot argue with your cogent reasoning.
No, it's really good.
So thank you for coming on, Necron. Dave, I appreciate Necron being here. It'll be interesting to see who is going to
Is
be
that?
our next person.
Who's
I
the
wonder
next
if I
victim?
have to. Okay, we got who's next? Clint. Mega reacts. Clint is here. Clint's looking pretty fucking metal tonight.
Right on.
Let me just throw Clint in the mortis. Get him in here, and I will be adding him to the show momentarily. So Clint is from the Mega Reacts channel, and I believe he is from the Mega Reacts channel. Yes, let's hope he is. Hang on, hold on, Clint. Let me just get you in here. I'm gonna put you in, Coach. So, Dave, do you have any thoughts about Lobo? I mean, was Necron convincing?
He makes a really good argument.
All right.
My failing is that I don't know the Lobo character enough.
Right, I understand, and that, by the way,
That's
that you
my
got to take that into
shortcoming. That's my shortcoming.
You have to take that into consideration because the character has to be metal and known. It can't be.
Right.
We can't be like fanboying out on these obscure characters. It has to have permeated the culture. Well, here comes. We now have Clint from Mega Reacts. Clint, welcome to Midnight Metal, and we ask you the same question.
Hello.
How are you?
Hello.
So, who is your vote for the most metal character in all of pop culture?
So normally it would be Red from Mandy. Of course, I have the axe behind me from Mandy. I love Mandy.
Oh, wait, can you
if
show
we're
us
going-
that?
Yeah, show us the axe from Mandy, man.
Yeah, that replica.
Look
I
at that.
know,
That's a
it's
pretty fucking
beautiful
metal.
piece.
You have, wow.
It's beautiful. I also have
Yeah.
the gun from Hellboy and the knife from Supernatural.
Nice.
Wow.
Those
So-
Winchester brothers are
and
kind of
a
metal
gun.
too, but they're more classic rock though.
A gun from Babylon 5.
Wow, that's
So
a
not-
that's a
so not
very
metal,
eclectic.
but a great collection though.
Yeah.
All 3D printed except for the Mandy axe, of course.
Yeah, that one is amazing. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
But the issue is Mandy is not overly well known. So if we're going with a more pop culture icon, Conan the Barbarian. Can you get more metal than that? Probably not.
Which iteration?
Conan's metal.
Conan is metal, dude.
Arnold
You say
Schwarzenegger,
you're saying
1980.
the film Arnold's original Conan
Yes.
movie.
Yeah.
Yes, and even the score, even though it's not technically
No,
metal,
but
it's
no,
metal.
Basil
Come on.
Polidorus, the score is pretty fucking metal.
One of the most metal
Pretty metal.
scores ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fucking great. So
Okay,
Conan
but-
is definitely a contender there.
You know what? I just before, so the character of Red from Mandy, here is that character played by Nicolas Cage, and here he is in a very metal. I mean, he's looking pretty fucking metal here. It's a pretty great character. I mean, you know, not it's a vote. It's a good vote. But Arnold's Conan though. Wow.
That's pretty metal.
It's
That's pretty
really
metal. He
pretty
cuts off
fucking metal.
heads.
Yeah, and
He
he's
punches camels. Come on.
yeah, and he gets it on with Sandal Bergman.
And the witch too.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But did you hear the
The
real story about
fortune-telling
that
witch.
filming that scene with the witch? Arnold was so Austrian and not used to American filmmaking that the sex scene with the witch early on, Arnold thought he was being method.
No.
Arnold was being method.
Well,
with the
Really?
witch until they said no, that doesn't happen here in
The States.
American made movies.
Wow, that's like one of
Oh,
those
He
metal
was
things
I'm
I've
sorry.
ever heard.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
What'd you think?
He-
Well, I guess, you know,
that's solid impersonation.
it's pretty good.
Excuse me.
I think, so for those of you who don't remember, also a movie that's celebrated like E.T., its 40th anniversary this year in May. Here it is. Here's the one sheet, Thief, Warrior, Gladiator, King. It is I mean, plus look at the painting alone, the metalness of this. This is a metal album cover. So I think I think a case can be made that
I have this one sheet, Rob, and I have it rolled.
yes,
I have an original. I
I
have an
sold mine,
original
but I used to have it rolled
rolled.
too. Yeah.
I have an original rolled Conan poster. Yeah.
So
Yes, definitely in. It's like right now we've got. What would you say, Rob, for the most metal pop culture character? Mad Max.
We got
Judge Dredd, Conan for sure.
Conan, Lobo. I think Lobo's in the conversation.
And Lobo.
And Lobo,
I think Lobo is not as well known pop culturally.
That's you know what? Okay,
So I would say right now it's Mad Max, Dredd, Conan, as far as the most metal characters in pop culture.
Okay, well I got to get those pictures up so far. All right, well listen, I want to thank Clint for coming on from Mega Reacts. Thanks for being here and adding.
Thank you so much. And I love your collection of stuff. I mean, the stuff behind you is really amazing to look at. I've just been sort of peeking and it's like, oh, you got really cool artwork and shit like that too. Really awesome. Thank you.
And thanks for your suggestion.
Oh, you cut him off.
No, I didn't.
Thank you for being there.
I haven't cut him off. Oh, you know what? I didn't cut him off. He just froze.
Oh, connection problems. But he has a really amazing collection. And Rob, if you can give me 1 minute, I'm going to use the restroom.
Oh,
I'll be
okay.
back.
Well, yeah.
If you can handle that.
Okay, I can handle that.
I know you can. All right, thank you.
All right, Dave. I'll handle it.
I'm old. I have a weak bladder.
I streamed for 7 hours and peed once. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, there's something wrong with you.
That's probably true. Listen, you know what? While Dave is gone, I wanted to read a letter. Let's see if I have it. Well, you know what? Yeah, I had it. I don't have it anymore, so I will save it until later. But yeah. So anyway, we've got that's it. So we've got, okay, I guess we're cheating, but we're at Mad Max, Snake Pliskin, Judge Dredd, Conan. Those are our characters, and no one else is jumping in. You're not jumping into the fray. Why is that? Why is nobody jumping into the fray of this? I don't know. If for some reason do you guys not want to jump into the fray? Let me see. Maybe people are, but no one's coming on. No one's jumping into the show. Are you scared? Should I give it to you again? Here's the link. If you want to come in. Tony Reyes has been a member for 8 months. Red Sonja and Dark Phoenix are metal. Jordan Sailor says Conan the Barbarian. The Richard says Severin, Near Dark, and Peliquin. Peliquin, the Nightbreed characters. Not bad. I like those characters. Those are good. Hot take: Dredd is just a Hollywoodized version of the Raid Redemption, says Swack Props. Yeah, but it's pretty good one though. I mean, I like those characters. I think that's good. But so no one else, Dave. No one else has jumped in. Maybe they don't have the link. I'm going to put the link in. Does no one else want to come in? Here's the link. No, I did. I put him. So it's Snake Pliskin, Judge Dredd, Conan, and Matt. Wait, you know what I forgot to do, Dave? I forgot to bring you back into the show.
That's okay.
Now you're back in the show.
Right.
So yeah, so Snake Pliskin's back. So we got Snake Pliskin, Judge Dredd, Mad Max, and Conan.
And Conan.
Those are the most metal.
So far.
No one's jumping in. No one wants to. No one's coming into the show.
Guys.
I don't know why.
What's going on? What's going on, guys? You scared or come on?
Yeah, come on, bro.
I mean, or do you think I'm just that big of a douchebag? I mean, all right. I guess we're gonna have to talk about something else until someone else decides to come on.
I don't know. I'm a little disappointed that people are we're not getting the response.
You had so many viewers last night. No.
Dave, you
were on 7 hours. You were on for 7 hours though.
I was on for 7 hours. It's true.
And great guess.
Yes.
Okay, well let's mix this up a little bit.
Okay.
Because what we haven't gotten yet is a female character that is most
Okay.
metal.
Yeah. I mean, I just didn't. Somebody suggested Tarna from Heavy Metal.
If the actual short in the animated version of Heavy Metal looked like the poster, I would agree with you. The poster with her in it is one of the most metal looking characters ever. But my problem always with the movie Heavy Metal is, one, I don't think it's a heavy metal movie actually, because there's maybe one metal song in the entire soundtrack of
Dave,
Heavy Metal.
we got our own Darren J. Seeley is here.
Sweet.
If he's here, maybe not. I don't see him. He's here. He called in, but he's got no image.
Okay.
That's okay, but keep going. I like where you're going with this. I mean,
I just find it was funny. I did a draft of the best heavy metal movies of all time for screen drafts, and Heavy Metal was not one of my picks because the soundtrack is decidedly not metal, and that was my big reason for not voting it as a heavy metal movie, is that the soundtrack to this animated film called Heavy Metal was not metal at all, except for Black Sabbath's The Mob Rules. That's the only metal song in it.
What about Veteran of the Psychic Wars?
That is not a metal song.
It's kind of a metal song.
It's not. It really isn't. Now, it doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the movie.
Wait, you talking hair metal? I mean, Metallica's
no,
not
no. I'm not talking hair metal.
All right.
There's no metal except for Black Sabbath in that soundtrack. It's Stevie Nicks, it's Donald Fagen, Sammy Hagar. That's rock and roll.
It's got fucking Journey, and Journey's not metal.
It's not metal. A Journey.
Journey's not metal.
It's not metal. It's a great soundtrack, and the posters are amazing. The animation, when I find, because Heavy Metal had been one of those sort of cult things that had been like, I didn't get to see when it came out. So it was very taboo because it was like, oh, here's animation with boobies. So God knows a kid couldn't see it.
You hadn't seen Fritz the Cat yet?
No,
of course not. Fritz. Come on.
Of course not.
I don't know. Hang on. We have somebody else. We've got Joe Hempel here.
Nice.
Joe, can we hear you? Can you say something? So I know I can put you in. We can't
hear you. We can see you, but we can now hear you.
We can see you, but we can't hear you. It's like Carol Marcus in Star Trek 2. I can see you, but I can't hear you. But we're ready. We got
Can
Joe.
You see how he snuck that in? See how he snuck
I just did that for you. Con Nudie and Singh, bro. Con is fucking metal, dude. Con is metal as fuck.
I'll give him that. Con is metal.
Con is metal. I'm waiting to hear from Joe if we can. He switch his microphone.
Thanks, Nestor. So Midnight Metal is finally talking about metal. Yeah, we are, Nestor.
Nestor from Battle Beyond the Stars. We are Nestor. That's not very metal, to be honest.
Well, whatever.
I'm just saying.
Yes, we're talking about metal. Sometimes we do.
Yeah, we do. We talk about metal.
But anyway, yeah, I always found heavy metal to be like, it was built up so much that when I finally got to see it, it was disappointing.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
Joe.
Now we can hear you.
We can hear you,
now
Joe.
We can hear you, dude.
Yeah, we're going to put you in, Joe. Okay, Joe, you're coming in. Joe Hempel. Is it Hempel? Like Shirley Hempel from What's Happening? There's a reference.
It's pronounced Hemp Hill.
Oh, Hemp Hill. Okay.
Hemp
Hill.
Yes.
So,
Jesus,
okay, first of all, Joe, where are you coming to
Shirley
us from?
Houston, Texas area.
Houston, Texas
Nice.
area. All right, are you feeling fucking metal tonight?
Dude, I'm so happy to be talking with y'all.
All right.
How fucking hot is it in Houston right now?
Dude.
We just had rain. It was good, but
Okay.
yes, it is extremely hot here.
So now you got humidity and rain.
Yeah.
Yes, and speaking to Rob real quick, I'm sorry to say this. Apple TV just started the 5 days memorial. The New Orleans Katrina.
Oh yeah, is it great?
And, it's very good. And I just say this to you, Rob, because Apple is the best. They are the best streaming network right now.
Well, their shows are great. Blackbird was great.
Yes.
Of course, For All Mankind's my favorite show.
Yes.
By the way, Free Margot.
Yes.
R.I.P. Molly. And I know. I know. I can't believe it. And of course, our hottie, your hottie, everyone's hottie, Karen. Fuck Danny and his brother. There will be a reckoning. There will be a reckoning. So that said, come on, Joe. Who's the most metal character?
Well, I'm sorry. I know y'all are not agreeing with me on the bands, but I'm still. Trent Reznor is my favorite. I know he's not technically metal to y'all, but he is. His music has gotten me through so many years of my life.
Oh, I agree with you. Look, if you break up with someone, Pretty Hate Machine is the album to listen to.
Correct. And I just kept on listening, and
yeah,
and Downward Spiral, and just on. And I know so many people are not too cool about the more recent years of Nine Inch Nails, but I still love
that. No, they're amazing.
Trent is a perfectionist.
Dude, even his band.
He's amazing. He's a great composer. He's done.
Even when his wife, he's still married to.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
I love the song "A Drowning." That they. I mean, and Trent Reznor's music, his score for Watchmen. I mean, his score for The Social Network. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, no,
yes.
He's just not.
He's not a fictional character though.
He dabbles in metal, but he's not a pop
culture
character.
He's
I'll never see him.
He's fictional.
No, but
I can't argue with that.
But you can meet him.
I hope.
So, but character.
I would have to say Eric Dragon from The Crow, of course.
All right.
Okay.
Yes, but I know you already said that. But it's like and I still love the Burn. That's the Cure song. That's one of my favorites.
Burn is one of the great off the Crow soundtrack.
Song, but you're not. Look, you're not. It's hard. You're not.
Burn. You can't say Burn isn't. It burns.
It's not metal.
Song.
The Burn is not metal.
It's pretty metal.
The Crow is not really a metal movie.
No, it's not. It's a goth movie, and goth is not metal.
But it's more than goth. Because if it was just shadow dancing, I would not love it as much as I do.
Of course not, but
so there's definitely a factor in that. So
okay. So Captain Avatar.
Who's that?
Okay.
From Space Battleship Yamato.
Yes, that's metal.
He is pretty metal. He comes back from the dead.
Are you just trying to kiss Rob's ass right now because you
know
he loves her so much?
But I love y'all both.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I don't know that character, so Rob, you'd have to tell me, is that metal?
No, he looks like Santa Claus, and I love him.
What's metal? God damn it!
I would say Deathlock or
Dessler
is more. Dessler's more metal than Captain Avatar.
That's like Deathlock.
Yeah. So
how about Mecha Godzilla, guys?
Mecha Godzilla.
That's fucking metal.
Pretty metal. All right. Well, listen. First of all, Joe, we want to thank you for coming on, and we appreciate that. Cool. Somebody, by the way, somebody in the East Blue Drew says most metal characters Guts from Berserk. Fight me. That's a great. Problem is people don't know that. Not many people know that, and Berserk is one of the most metal things ever. But we can't pick it because.
Hey, Joe, before you leave, I'm curious. What's in your background? What's your collection back there?
Actually, my math books and stuff. It's not a collection. It's all my stats and math work.
Are you in school or do you do that for a living?
No, that was for a living. I actually quit my job 2 months ago.
That's metal. Good for you.
And I'm sorry. Is it math work or map?
Math and science.
Math and science. Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking metal in ways that I don't even understand. So good for you.
Yeah, I just retired 2 months ago, and I'm listening to Rob and John full time. It's awesome.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. Now, why did you decide to retire? Just because you were tired of the rat race?
You obviously could afford it.
Very much.
So
very much.
what's next for you?
My wife and I hope to retire in Thailand.
Wow, that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I like that. Sitting on a beach collecting 20%.
Yes. 20%.
That's good, and
And
you
still
know math.
watching all the movies and listening to y'all.
Right
Well, we
on.
appreciate that. And how long have you and the
Thank
wife
you.
been? How long have you and the wife been married?
18 years.
Wow, congratulations,
And where are you right now?
Houston.
You're in
Outside of
Houston.
Houston,
So you're
It's actually Spring, Texas. By the way, I'm very close to where Chris Carr and Aaron Cummings lived. I'm very close to that.
Oh, okay.
and you're 2 hours ahead,
Yes.
correct?
It is 1:25 a.m. Yes.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you this,
Right on.
since we got a married man here, when you and your wife are watching streaming shows, who picks? Who picks which shows you get to watch?
We actually don't watch a lot of stuff together. She actually streams a lot of Thai stuff, and I stream a lot of, and like you say, it's HBO Max or Apple. That is 95% of the TV we watch.
So is your wife from Thailand?
Yeah, is she from
Yes.
Thailand? Nice.
Oh, nicely done. All right.
beautiful.
That's good. So, well, that's good. We appreciate you being on the show. Thanks for coming on, man.
Pleasure to meet you, man.
Tell your wife you're metal. Tell your wife you're fucking metal.
Thank you both, and tell Elizabeth hi.
I will tell Elizabeth hi, Joe, and thank you for that. And thanks for being on the show. And that was very cool. Very cool to have our viewers and people that watch the show and Chris Carr and knows that. So that's very cool. So Joe, thanks for being here. Dave,
if only Chris Carr could stay up late and join us, I think we would have such an interesting interaction.
Oh, I love
watching her. I love watching your interaction with Chris.
Well, she reminds me of somebody I used to date, actually.
Yeah. Oh, really? Didn't pick up on that. At
Yeah,
all.
I know. It's pretty funny. I actually told her off camera. I said,
I'm sure you did.
You're like somebody I used to know.
She's like, oh, I never want to meet this person.
Well, Chris is married,
No, I know. She never wants to meet the person you dated or know about it. I'm sure she's smarter than that. So kudos to Chris.
That's not true. She would be very delightful. She's a very nice girl.
She's just a delight.
She is a delight. I love her to death.
And smart.
She's wicked smart and very funny.
Wicked. She's wicked smart.
Wicked smart. My boy's wicked smart. How do you like them apples? Well, let's see. There's somebody else here, Dave.
Really?
Yeah. Want to see who it is?
Are you all enjoying this? Are you all entertained?
Oh, okay. Maximus Decimus Meridius is fucking metal, dude.
Oh, fuck. This dude is looking so fucking metal. It's scary.
Okay.
Goddamn.
We got Oliver. Tony Oliver coming in hot. Tony, can you say something so we know we can hear you?
Please, Rob. Wait.
Oh, we can hear you. Good. Okay, so we're gonna bring Tony Oliver in. Tony, hang on a second. We're gonna I gotta put you into the show, Tony. And I think Tony, I have a good feeling about this. I feel like we're doing like America's Got Talent, except we're putting people, we're putting them on the spot, bringing them on the show, making them perform.
Rob.
Dance.
I also, by the end of this, you and I have to definitively pick our favorite pop culture.
No, I don't.
Characters. Yes, you do. So
you
better
do.
be thinking. No, we both do. It's your show, and I'm just contributing. So we both have to definitively pick.
All right, we will.
character.
And you know what? We're gonna have, before we do that,
we're
gonna have,
of course.
ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Tony Oliver joining us here on Midnight Metal. Tony, welcome. First of all, are you feeling fucking metal, dude? Are you feeling fucking metal tonight?
Just a little bit metal.
Just a little bit metal.
Beautiful night.
It's a beautiful night. That's a Prince song.
Can you give me a little more than that?
So we ask you the question.
A little more. Just a little more.
Yeah, we got to get Tony. We got to get Tony into the metal spirit of it all.
Give me a little more. Come on, man. Come on.
So Tony, we asked the question.
He's like,
you know what it is. Who is the most metal character in all of pop culture?
Beatrix Kiddo, the bride from Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2. Someone else said it in chat. I had to come on and make sure it got said.
But she doesn't listen to any metal.
Dude, that is not true. And you know
she
what?
doesn't where in the movie does she listen
She
to metal?
literally says she needs Japanese steel. She literally flies across the ocean to get metal. That's what she is. And you talked about where's the ladies? I think she goes straight into the fucking conversation, dude. Come
I'm
on.
not gonna argue with that.
Come on.
Because you're right. All right.
Dude,
All right.
not only
You're
that,
right.
she's the
You're right.
only
You're right.
person on this entire list that went to literally seek out a
Steel.
metal sword maker.
Yes.
Sonny
All right.
Chiba.
All right.
Hattori Hanzo.
I know.
Come on, man. That is a great.
Hattori Hanzo sword.
I need, come on. And you talked about girls. You wanted a girl.
No,
That's
I
the
do.
most
I-
legit.
that is
Tony Oliver. I said he was
Fuck,
coming in
man.
hot. He did come in hot. That is
He did.
great. And
That
you know what?
is-
Anyway, somebody might have said it in the chat, but you're the one that came on the show. You had the balls of steel to come on
metal.
to bring up balls of metal to talk about Beatrix Kiddo. My God.
I mean, we could throw in a couple other females like Sarah Connor.
Mila Jovovich, Resident Evil.
Oh, fuck Resident Evil.
Come on, man. That's not true. If you're going to go Mila Jovovich, I'm talking Fifth Element. That's some fucking metal. Come on, dude.
Where is she metal in that?
Dude, she's love. And there's love in every metal song. Come on.
What?
Because metal songs are about fucking, dude. They're about fucking girls with
Dude,
big
you're
boobs.
listening to some old fucking hair metal then.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm listening to the new introspective, respectful hair metal. Dude, I had Look What the
Mr.
Cat
Big.
Dragged In on CD when it was first released.
I bet you do.
When I couldn't tell whether they were girls or guys on that cover. Come on, man.
You still can't, but it's okay. We'll
I think we all come on, everybody.
Beatrix Kiddo,
Tony
is a
Oliver, we
fucking
all
amazing
must
choice.
clap.
Amazing metal choice. Absolutely.
That is an amazing metal choice. She joins. So we got Beatrix
Thank you.
Kiddo, we got Mad Max, we got Judge Dredd, we've
Snake
got
Plissken,
Snake Plissken,
and Conan.
And Conan. 5. Those are
So
all
far.
respectable choices.
So far, 5. Yeah.
So Tony, where are you coming to us tonight from?
Daytona Beach. Not to derail it, but I'm football frequency.
Your football frequency. Well, welcome, then. Thanks for supporting the channel and being here. Daytona Beach football frequency. Who do you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
Maybe the Bills. And I'm a Pats fan saying that. So
Fuck you, Pats fan.
Jeez.
that was coming.
No, I mean, as a born and bred Seattleite, I don't know what the fuck's going on with my team. We'll see.
Yeah, no one does.
No, but it could be good. Uncle Pete's got some surprises in store for all of us, I'm sure. Uncle Pete. And it's we got sports. Chris Carr is gonna love hearing me talking about the Jedi Knights of the Pacific Northwest. We'll see. I was looking at stats. I think the Seahawks were 250-1 to win the Super Bowl, according to what I was watching on ESPN the other night, or something like that. But we'll see. We got football coming.
ESPN?
It's right around the corner. Football season is right
there?
around.
You were watching ESPN? What,
tomorrow,
Star-
right?
Star
Is there a
Trek
game
was
tomorrow?
repeat
There's
or
games
something?
tomorrow. Yeah.
What's preseason?
Yeah, I know.
It is
doesn't really-
preseason. I watched some preseason today.
Oh, you did. I did not.
did.
Well, I think Tony
Poser.
football frequency comes through with a great
Beatrix
suggestion.
Kiddo.
Beatrix
Really
Kiddo.
great.
Thanks,
Are
guys.
you into metal in any other form?
I like, I guess,
Honestly.
more of the rebellious nature of metal, the nonconformity, nihilist almost of metal, more than the music.
When
I
football,
don't listen to a lot of music, but I appreciate music. So
Gotcha.
I love Conan. I love everything everyone's put up here. I'm gonna have to watch The Crow.
Oh yes,
You've
you
never
do.
seen The Crow?
You gotta watch Crow, dude.
No.
You've
Wait till
never
you
seen
see
The
Michael
Crow?
Wincott.
Oh my God, I can't recommend
I'll have
The
to
Crow.
check it out.
I can't recommend The Crow enough.
Yeah, it's
it
great.
is the
It's one of the greatest comic book adaptations ever made as well.
might
The whole
be-
chat's like Crow, 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 Crow. I'm like, I gotta watch it.
Gotta watch Crow, man.
Gotta watch it.
But it's sad too.
It's a really great movie.
Mother is the name. Mother's the name of God on the lips of all children.
Mother is the name on the lips of all children.
Mother's the name of God on the lips of all children.
But
Whatever. Can't rain all the time, Dave. Well, Tony, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate you being here, and I hope we have a great 2022-2023 football season this year.
Hell yeah.
Yep.
I mean, we live in LA. We've got the best stadium around now. SoFi. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And thanks for the great suggestion.
Yeah, Beatrix Kiddo. Good.
That was Football Frequency. Tony Oliver, all the way from Florida, Daytona Beach, which, by the way, is in itself metal. So, you know.
Is it?
It is metal. Daytona Beach?
I don't know. I haven't been there.
Well, I haven't been to Daytona.
So
I've been
tell
to,
me. You educate me.
I haven't been to Daytona Beach, but I know it's metal. You know, Florida is both insane, but we launch rockets from there, so Florida is inherently metal.
Okay.
We get NASA. Come on.
There's a lot of heavy metal, literally there.
Okay, we got somebody else.
Really?
Oh, Darren Seeley's back. We'll see if we can see him. Yeah. We can see him. Our boy Darren. Can we hear you, Darren? Yeah, we can hear you. Darren Seeley's here. I'm going to put him in. Darren's, of course, works for this channel. Busts his ass. And we're going to put him in the show. And I think that Darren is going to have something good to say. Because if he doesn't, I'm going to be embarrassed that he works for me. But I think that he's going to. I think it. No, I don't pay him. Come on, I mean,
then he doesn't
spiritually.
Really work for you.
No, he does. He works for the channel. He makes the channel what it is. Come on now.
Really,
oh wait, Darren, we can't hear you. All of a sudden, we can't hear you anymore.
We're starting a rebellion. He doesn't really.
Oh, now we can hear you. We can hear you.
He doesn't really work for him because Rob.
Hey, you know what? Work is a state of mind, Dave. Darren Seeley, welcome to
for Rob either,
Midnight Metal. So, welcome, Darren.
Hello, everyone.
How's it going? Now, first of all, Darren, I got to ask you: are you feeling fucking metal tonight?
Oh.
Yes, Rob, I'm being fucking
so much more metal than what you had, Rob.
Dude, no.
You went like Paul Williams with. Are you feeling metal tonight?
Paul Williams is fucking metal. Phantom of the Paradise, motherfucker. Come on.
That is so not metal except for the Beef song.
Doesn't matter. It's fucking metal, dude.
Does matter.
There were two Hedwigs in the last episode of Sandman. I'm just saying.
Hedwig's punk, not metal.
So it's true. So Darren, what do you think? Give us your what is it? What do you think? Who's metal? What's metal?
Well, I haven't had this long think about it. Snake Pliskin is definitely up there, of course.
Yeah.
I was thinking RoboCop, but then I had an off-the-wall idea.
That's
kind of like a dark horse idea.
Okay, cool. I like this.
Oh, RoboCop? Yeah, but I was thinking, what about, hear me out, don't laugh, Beavis and Butthead?
I don't know, Dave. I'll throw it out to you.
Beavis and Butthead, as pop culture characters, are they metal? Yeah, of course.
Of course
they are.
Dude,
of course they are.
They're metal.
So that they're all about metal.
But here's the thing. I would posit this, Darren. Are they cool? I think you have to be metal and cool.
In a way.
And I think you already said somebody that we need to add to the pantheon. RoboCop.
Okay, RoboCop.
Come on, Dave.
No.
What do you mean no? First of all,
alive.
before RoboCop was RoboCop, he was a cop, which means he listened to
he was
metal.
watching JT Lancer. He was not listening to metal.
He was not. His kid
and
was.
RoboCop was
his
not.
kid was.
His kid was.
His kid was watching JT Lancer, and he was a good father, which is fucking metal.
I don't get that.
Okay, his son watched JT Lancer and expected him to be able to wield his weapon like JT Lancer. And
but
so
JT Lancer was not a metal show in any way.
No, it wasn't. But what I'm saying is in the show, his kid watched JT Lancer and as a good father.
This is a gray line that I don't agree with.
What do you mean? You don't think RoboCop's metal?
Well, I know he's physically metal, but I don't think his sensibility is metal.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
He was under rules until he finally broke them.
Wow. Wait a minute.
I don't think RoboCop is metal. As in the sphere of metal, what we're talking about, I think RoboCop is a badass. I don't think he's metal.
What? Okay. You know what? I defer to you. You're the judge here. You're the judge here. RoboCop is not metal. Remember this moment, everyone. The moment when Dave Parker said RoboCop is not metal.
I mean, if you're saying heavy metal in the literal sense where he's literally made out of metal that's heavy, great.
No, I think don't take it literally. I think as a character.
I don't.
The way he sees the world, he was resurrected, he brought back from the dead.
RoboCop is mostly establishment. He follows the rules until the very end.
Okay, you know what? You've changed my mind. You've just changed my mind. That was a very cogent argument that I cannot disagree with. But you know what? His whole thing was breaking free of the establishment because he was the most metal. No, but that was not by any choice of his own. He was against his will turned into metal, and he defied. I mean, he did what heavy metal is supposed to do. It you play a guitar riff. You know, Murphy at the end of that movie becomes one of the great metal icons of all time. He's broken free from his shackles.
But again, at the end, and the thing is, and then we get RoboCop 2, where he's right back into the system. He's not rebellious. He's not his own thing.
Well, he's chosen to be part of the system.
He's right, but he's chosen not to be metal in the sequel. So I'm sorry.
He's chosen to fight for the people of Detroit.
I don't think the character of RoboCop is embracing the heavy metal pop culture in that sense.
Wow, have you all read Revenge of the Manitou? Because it's better than Dave's reasoning about why RoboCop isn't metal. Wow, Darren.
I love Star Trek.
I still love RoboCop as a movie. You fucking dick.
Darren's the best. All right, Darren, I want to thank you for coming on, and you're a great moderator. Look what you've done now. You've caused strife. Darren's caused strife.
This is great. This is awesome.
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. You just dissed RoboCop.
I didn't. I love the movie. I just don't think
our
he's
friend
metal.
S-Beam is here. S-Beam is here, although I see an orange screen. S-Beam. But that was really interesting.
I don't even know when I'm
S-Beam.
being like totally shut down anymore.
But that was, come on, that was some good. Oh, here we go. S-Beam looking fucking metal. Look at what he's got. He's got the fucking metalest shit of all, the Hulkbuster.
Look at that background, man.
Okay, man. We're oh, it is Red Snappers. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't see it actually. So, hang on. Let me put you in so I can actually see.
Does that guy know
what it
we're
is.
saying? Are you seeing too much of my face? I can cover it up. Oh,
No.
God.
Come on, dude.
God, no.
What are you saying? I got to get more of S's background in here because, you know.
Oh, you know the one character we didn't bring up who's very metal.
Wait, hang on, Dave. Okay, well, who? Tell me.
Well, no, I'll wait. If you...
But yeah, just hang on, just 1 second. Let me just get our friend S Beam in here, and I'm gonna actually get as much of that action figure background because that action figure background is very metal. And one day I'm gonna have all my figures on display properly.
And I hope you are, Rob, as you're doing this. I hope you're thinking of your top choice.
I am thinking my
metal.
top. I know because
So
you're going to say
because-
we have to leave in 15 minutes. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I will probably leave in 15 minutes. I know you can go on forever.
Okay. Well, anyway, S Beam is now in the show. Our friend S Beam is here.
The most important part of this, S-Beam,
S Beam
is here.
All right. First of all, are you feeling metal? Are you feeling worthy of being on the show?
I am feeling metal.
Okay, you're feeling metal. I can tell. So S Beam, S Beam.
It's not about feeling worthy about being on the show. Thank you for being on the show.
Yeah.
And do me a favor, because I don't know what's in your background, because I'm only seeing the little square.
Here. Let me go full frame on.
Share a little of your
Let me
background.
go on. I'm gonna go on S Beam's background full frame. Check this out. Look at this. There. You're right. That's right. I didn't realize that wasn't the Hulkbuster. Turn around, but S-Beam has a lot of great hot toys, a lot of great displays. Look at that. Check it out. All right. There's a little Groot action in the background there. Little Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, but now, thanks for that.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Now we
I'm
have to
sorry,
ask.
There's a little delay.
Yeah.
Sir, so I'm sorry. So I'm now just seeing it.
Oh.
What's your favorite piece out of, which I know is daunting, out of all of this?
It's
What's
gotta
your
be
favorite piece?
Yondu.
Yondu.
Yondu is metal.
Yondu is metal. And my Yondu, I've got to get a new body for my Yondu.
Why? What happened to your body?
You know what? His leg broke.
My
His leg
bad.
joint. And I think I don't know what which body
You
I'm
can't
gonna get.
repair a leg joint?
No.
Rob, you of all people,
No,
who are very
you're
very
can't-
capable.
Once your
You're
leg
very-
joint
you-
goes, I mean, I could, but it wouldn't move. So, but anyway, S-Beam, you got to tell us, who do you think's the most metal character in all of pop culture history?
Oh, in my opinion, it's Conan. It's Conan.
It's Conan.
It is Conan. So
Okay.
he's already up there. He's in our pantheon, but that's a vote for Conan. You know, if those of you have forgotten him, here's the original Conan the Barbarian one sheet. This artwork is some of the most. I mean, this is Frank Frazetta, Molly Hatchet. This is right there. This is it, man. That's what it is. Well, it is, but that's Frazetta's Death Dealer. But this a little bit more epic, and it has a girl in it, so that makes it even more metal.
It's iconic.
It is iconic.
It is iconic.
It's great. It's very iconic. So
When posters were,
My favorite movie of '82.
well, that's the thing. When posters were, when we've lost the art of the movie poster.
Nobody even uses art anymore.
For so long now.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
So S-Beam, I think that
But I'm curious. Why Conan? Why is Conan as you know your favorite that embodies the metal spirit and everything else to you?
Well, harking back to the movies, because I didn't read a whole lot of the comic books. It's just that that essence, that riddle of steel.
The riddle of steel.
That whole mantra of the whole film, the whole story of that film. The second one really didn't do it for me, but the first one, telling that story of his family, the riddle of steel, and all that culminating to his revenge, I guess. And yeah, it works, and it feels very metal in my opinion.
It is.
Yeah, it is. I agree. I'm just always fascinated and interested in hearing why people choose the things they do. Very cool.
Now,
Thank you.
Mega Reacts said Tarna, super chat Tarna from Heavy Metal, female.
Another,
but she only had that one. She only
female.
had the one 20-minute animated sequence. She didn't live
She
beyond
did, but but I would almost give it to her, Rob, because of the iconic poster, which is so much better than the actual short. The poster is so much more iconic.
But that's the problem. The actual short, when we see her, she looks great, but
it's disappointing compared to the poster.
The promise is not. So by definition, she has to be disqualified.
I mean, personally, I think that, which is why I don't go Heavy Metal is one of the great heavy metal movies of all time.
No, it's not. I agree. Sean Passmore says Scarlet Witch is metal as fuck. You think so?
What in film, in like Doctor Strange 2?
Well, she's pretty fucking metal in Doctor Strange too.
I mean, the look is definitely metal.
Yeah.
And her attitude is metal for sure.
And you want more girls. I mean, I would vote.
That's a pretty good choice. I
Okay.
would think.
So I say, why not add her? She's been in a lot of movies. She's been an Avenger, and now she's hell-bent on just destroying reality to get her kids back. Here I am, mother, hear me roar. She'll fuck you up, and she fucked a robot. She literally fucked a robot. That's pretty metal. Android. I mean, she got it on with the vision, man. That's how more metal do you want to be?
You're right.
I vote.
But again, is Vision made of metal or is he made of something else?
Well, you know what? Okay.
Let me split hairs here.
Yeah, he's got vibranium in him, dude. From Wakanda.
So it's not. So is that's light metal?
Yeah. Well, when Vision drops the D, it's metal, dude.
So it's light metal.
It's metal.
Though. It's not heavy metal. It's light metal.
I don't know. Not when he's thrusting. It's heavy. Come on.
But he's British. He's very proper, so he's not thrusting that hard.
No. The actor is, but the Vision belongs to no
we know
country.
The character is British too. He's not thrusting that hard. Swamp Thing is not metal. Swamp Thing is plant.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom Jr. Jackson. Just saying this comment.
Tom Jr. Jackson does say, my metal brothers, good to see you. Dave, good to see you. We are all metal and we are all goof people. We are goof people.
I'm not goof.
Yeah, you're goof.
What does that mean? Who's goof? What's goof? Doof. I'm doof.
No, you're goof.
I'm doof.
So wait, I'm gonna take S Beam. I like. What do you think? Do you think we can add? So we've got. So here's where we're at. So we've got Snake Pliskin. We've got Conan.
Yeah.
We've got Judge Dredd.
Yeah.
We have Beatrix Kiddo.
Yeah.
We've got Conan.
And Conan.
And we've got Scarlet Witch. We can add. I think
we're gonna add Scarlet Witch as number 6. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So that's where we're at now.
Okay.
Now, S Beam, you down with our choice since you're here with adding Scarlet Witch to the mix?
Speaking of recent pop culture, where would you place Eddie Munson from Stranger Things?
Well, we talked about that.
Eddie should be in there.
Well, I don't mind adding him as number 7. You know, you want to put him in as we know.
As 7, yeah.
Here he is. Here he is, Eddie Munson. There he is. I mean, he's in the Upside Down playing some Metallica. I mean, that's the greatest thing ever. So,
what would you pick? Will you still stay with Conan?
Me? Or S Beam?
Our guest.
I would still stay with Conan. I mean,
okay.
Eddie's still pretty. It was really awesome, and he'd be fun to meet.
But he didn't kill Folsom Doom, and let's face it, as cool as he was, he did die.
Mm-hmm.
He did die. He was killed.
Wow.
So
tough crowd.
Well, S Beam, I want to thank you for coming on the show. And
yes.
but you know, Scarlet Witch, we've added Scarlet. We got to be equal opportunity. Add chicks to the mix, which I always like to do anyway. So
I'm just wondering, is she
Scarlet Witch
the most metal?
Well, dude, you know, like even in my 6-scale band on the wall, you know, on my shelf, look, I got Vampirella. Vampirella is no, she's a groupie. She's why not? She knows what she is. She says to people, she's like, I know, I'm a Vampirella, but I'm with the band. So,
a groupie.
Have you seen my band?
Well, fuck your band.
What? Fuck my band?
Vampirella is no.
John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, Prince, and Elvis is behind him.
She's no groupie to any man's band.
You know what? My super band, she is. You think I asked her? She asked to be put on that shelf. She asked. She's like, I want to meet Prince. I go, I can arrange that. And so I put her up there.
Vampirella could meet Prince on her own.
No, she couldn't.
In our imaginary, in your fantasy real life world, Vampirella could meet Prince on her own.
Dude, I took her out of the box. She's like, Rob, can I meet Prince? He's over there. I'm like, okay, I'll put you on the shelf.
Do you guys know that Rob's toys are not talking to him? And now we have to have an intervention.
But Dave, they do talk to me.
I know.
They talk to me.
Anyway, so We gotta wrap this up.
We're
So
gonna wrap this up. I mean, I know
so
I
we
can
have
tell.
we have 7 choices right now. I'm not saying that they are the perfect choices in the world.
Well, hang on. We got somebody else.
Oh, we do. We have one
Well,
more.
wait.
Okay.
Necron's back.
Oh, wait. He's gonna bring one more to
He's-
the.
I don't know. We'll see.
Bring it on. All
I'm
right, all
I'm gonna
right.
put him in.
All right.
I'm gonna put it. I think
like this.
Necron had a good. I'm just gonna put him in. I gotta add him to the show, and we're gonna bring him back and see what he has to say. I mean, maybe he's got some shocking, late arrival. I don't know.
That we've totally forgotten.
That's what the show's about. You just don't know. I mean, we're trying to pick this. We want to make sure that.
Bring him on.
Well, hang on, Dave. I gotta put him in the coach. Okay,
It's a
coach.
click of a button, man.
It's not just the click of a button. Necron is live. He's back.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
All right, we're talking about chicks now in metal.
Oh well, yeah,
Oh.
of course.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna fucking put my throw my name in the hat. Fucking Elvira. That's a metal chick.
Oh, Dave.
Yep.
She's
How
a
many metal
rockabilly
chicks?
chick. She's not
Dude,
metal.
dude, you're so wrong, Dave. There are so
Oh,
many
how dare
metal
you.
chicks that fucking base their look on Elvira. If you go to underground metal shows, you got 1,000 mini Elviras running around. That
yeah,
chick is
but
metal.
Dave's got a good point.
She's
She's
not.
not at those.
Rockabilly
you have a bunch of
horror.
Mini Elviras.
Dude,
Mini copycats.
I have an
She's
old.
not
I can't find it right now, but I have an old ass picture with Elvira with fucking old ass Motley Crue. That's some
Whoa.
fucking shit. That's metal. When Motley Crue used to look like fucking Too Fast for Love and all that.
Oh, they
shit.
still look that way. They just gotten fatter.
I don't know. I think
they're
our
pretty
boy
country
Necron has
rock.
a good point.
Okay. All right. Fine. Elvira. All right.
Okay, you gonna allow
I'm
that?
just saying.
All right.
Of course. I look. I love Elvira, so I'm not gonna really argue this that hard with him. It's like,
Okay. All right.
No, I'm just having fun with it, bro. But
Yeah,
I think
course.
Necron
metal.
comes in with some worthwhile things to contemplate. We're gonna add Elvira. We need more girls. We now got 3 girls.
We got 3.
We got 3 girls.
Right.
Which is great. 4.
Yeah.
We got 5 guys and 3 girls. I'm in.
Okay, cool.
Necron, I give it up. I
It's a
bow to
very-
Necron. I like
It's
it.
a very valid point. Absolutely.
Very valid point. We'll see if someone else comes in. I know, Dave, you were like telling me you had to hard out at 12, but we got to wrap this up. I mean,
Well,
we'll see if anyone jumps in.
And you have to say we have to pick our lockdown definitive choices so
Mhm.
that people can then bitch and moan about us.
No,
later on.
we have to pick our choice. There's got to be.
Yeah,
there
we
can
have
be
to
only
pick
one.
our
This is some
our
Highlander
one-
shit.
there can be only one for our choice, and then we have to. Tom Jr. Jackson. Elvira didn't date Elvis. She spent a night non-sexually with Elvis, hanging out with him for an entire night. And that's because I read her autobiography written by her, read by her, and that's what it is. So yeah,
Look, there's all these people.
Elvira, Elvira and Elvis never fucked.
There's people in the chat that where's Sarah Connor at? Sarah Connor's,
She
she's-
didn't listen to metal. She went to a techno club. She's not into metal. Come on. I mean, like, it has to go part and parcel with the character's personality,
Well, could be,
right?
maybe.
Right? No?
I mean, could be.
We
Tony
did say
Oliver
that-
wants to come on again. What does Tony Oliver want to say?
Oh my God. Why?
We'll see. Oh.
Again?
He's not there.
Uh-huh.
We can't see him. Can't see him.
Can't see him. Nah. Nah.
By the way,
What about Civil
DL
Dan- what
has been a
about
member,
Civil
has
Dan-
been an imagination connoisseur for 15 months. So people are like, the Kurgan is metal. Yeah, we've
The
been.
Kurgan is metal. What about Sybil Danning? Partially metal, but she's metal opportunist. She'll do whatever is paying at that time. No offense.
DL in the live chat sends in a super chat and says machete. Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo is also someone who is metal when the opportunity arises.
Oh, dude, we got a new player to be named later.
Sweet.
We got Razor Dave here. Razor Dave is here.
Awesome.
I think we're going to put Razor Dave in this show. Give me a minute. Give me a sec.
Razor is going to change the whole game here.
Do you really think so? Do you really think Razor Dave is going to be the man who changes everything?
I'm hoping.
Well, we'll see. I think Razor Dave, he's got a guitar ready to go.
All right.
And I think Razor Dave is coming in hot, like I said.
Hot.
What is that? Is that hot? What is that like? Hot, like these hot. You know what that is?
Not like Buster Poindexter.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just went.
It's not that.
That is decidedly unmetal, Dave.
It wasn't a reference
Poindexter.
to that. It wasn't.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kind sirs, gentle beings across the universe. Razor Dave comes into the show. Razor Dave, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm actually surprised I got in here in this last second, but thank you for having me.
First of all, Razor Dave, I got to ask you a question. Are you feeling fucking metal tonight, Razor Dave? Are you fucking metal?
Dude, I live the metal. Look.
Dude, look at him.
Well, wow. Okay, Razor Dave, I believe you. Now, the question is, who is the most metal character in all of pop culture history?
All right, I got to go a little bit untraditional here. Somebody, I was thinking about this one, and then somebody mentioned it in the chat, but I actually was thinking about this before, but a little bit unconventional, but definitely beats to his own drum, and he does everything his own way, and I think that's metal as F. Is my boy Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, Dave, when some 8-foot-tall monster has your favorite head up against a barroom wall and asks you if you've paid your dues, Jack, come on, Dave. Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.
I pay my dues?
Exactly.
Yes, sir, the check is in the mail.
Aren't you going to kiss her? Nope.
Dude.
Come on.
That's like the most metal thing ever.
But Jack Burton.
Green eyes are like leather bucket seats to these people.
But mullet
come on,
included,
Dave.
But Jack Burton, mullet included.
With that Chinese or the Japanese, the wife beater.
I have it.
The Pork Chop Express.
I own it, baby.
I can't think. To me, he's metal as heck. I mean, I pretty much quote him every day to my wife.
Jack is metal.
What the hell?
Are we gonna? What the hell? Are we gonna add him to the? Does he become number 8? So we got 2 Kurt Russell creations.
Well over RoboCop. He is way more metal than RoboCop.
He's way more
and
metal.
It's funny because RoboCop was gonna be like my consolation just in case Jack Burton didn't do so well.
No way. Are you kidding me? Jack Burton. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I had a good feeling about you. You know what? I'm telling you, Razor Dave, you did not disappoint.
No.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much.
Oh, my God. Thank you.
You tell your wife she's got a good one.
Yeah.
Tell her I said so.
And on that dark and stormy night, you tell her that Rob Burnett said, you got a good one.
Yeah, that's right. On that dark and stormy night. You know?
Take that woman and you go.
He's
yes,
like,
sir.
He's like,
Rob Burnett says you got a good one.
My mind and my spirit were going north and south, and he's just like, yeah, like he knows what he's talking about.
He knows, man. He knows. I just want my truck back. All right, Razor Dave, you and your wife, that's a great choice. You've made us better men. You've made us better men.
And made our choices that much harder.
They are that much harder. Razor Dave is the man. I didn't ask Razor Dave where he's from. Could be from anywhere.
I have a feeling.
Maybe he's from San Francisco.
I have a feeling Razor Dave will come back again.
He could.
Another time. But Rob.
I know.
It's the penultimate time now.
Dave, I think we're, you said I got you for till midnight.
Yes.
And we're past that.
You can go on with.
Oh, I'll go on. I'll go on.
If you want to, I appreciate. Look, I'm gonna go, guys, because I'm old and I don't have the constitution that Rob does. Rob is like
the founding
golem.
fathers wrote mine.
Rob is like the golem. He's unstoppable. Not Gollum.
I know Golem. I know. I'm a clay man. The
Jewish
Lamed
clay.
Vav. Yeah, I'm the Jewish Golem. I am. I just keep going. It's incredible. When I found out my biological mother was Jewish, I'm like, great. There's a reason I was bar mitzvahed and went to Sunday school for those many years. So Dave, we have the answer. So let's lay it out. So here's the question.
So here's our choices.
Here's the choices.
Let's lay it out for tonight at least. Who our choices are?
Conan the Barbarian.
Okay.
Snake Plissken. Jack Burton. Judge Dredd. Beatrix Kiddo. Scarlet Witch. Who's the third?
No, that's it.
No, that's not it. We had one more. No,
We did?
Yeah, we did. We did. We I don't know. Didn't we have 8?
No, we had 7.
Do we? I thought Jack Burton makes it 8.
No, it was. I think Jack Burton made it 7, unless guys remind us.
So we had Beatrix Kiddo and Scarlet Witch, but didn't we have someone else?
2 women.
I thought we had 3.
3 women.
Beatrix Kiddo and Scarlet Witch and one other. I don't know. Well. Oh yeah. Lobo was one. Lobo was one. Yeah, Lobo.
Right.
So
correct.
Okay, there you go. So Dave, this is your party.
We didn't have Evil Ernie or Doctor Doom or Iron Man or half the people or Pinhead. All the people on the artwork are not. Mad Max. Mad Max was one of them.
Yeah, Mad Max was one of them. Mad Max, Jack Burton, Snake Plissken,
Conan,
Dredd, Scarlet Witch,
Kiddo.
Beatrix Kiddo.
And then there was one more that you just forgot that you just mentioned.
One more. No,
Elvira.
Elvira. Oh yeah, that's right. That was who it was. Elvira. That's right.
Elvira. Right.
So, I mean, everyone else is throwing out these names that we have not picked.
I know. I mean, again. Oh, and Eddie Munson.
Yeah, but Eddie Munson, he was in a couple of episodes of TV and then he fucking died. He went out like a fucking metal boss, but come on.
A couple episodes is more than some people have it in a movie.
Doesn't matter.
I guess. All right. So, what's your pick? What is your pick?
I gotta say, I gotta go with Snake. I gotta go with Snake Plissken, Dave.
Rob, I have to go with Snake.
Snake Plissken is the most metal as fuck character.
The most metal character, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Snake Plissken.
It's got to be Snake Plissken, even though he survived one mediocre movie.
But he survived it.
He did,
and he turned off the world at the end of it, which almost made up.
Well,
for the
that's the thing.
movie.
I mean, Snake...
the ending almost makes up for the mediocre movie.
It's true. It's true, and I mean, honestly, to be honest, I don't think, if you really think about what does it mean to be metal as fuck, there is no one better in all of cinema history. At least in my estimation.
Turning off the world is pretty fucking metal.
Turning off the world is metal. And I think at the end of the day, I'm very happy. Hang on, and let me just call up. And let's face it, Snake Plissken, I think any man would be proud to be him. And that is also something we didn't delve into.
And the last line of Escape from LA is say hello to the human race, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. That is exactly right. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, gentle beings, kind souls, here he is in all of his glory, and he still smokes cigarettes. Mr. Snake Plissken is our choice as the most metal as fuck character in pop culture. Snake Plissken wins. Snake Plissken is the fucking man, and you know what? I'm happy with this choice. I'm happy with it. I think it's a good choice. I would get a Snake Plissken tattoo as well. I have a Snake Plissken action figure right between Catherine Trammell and Ed 209. I know you did. When I was married, you did. When I got married, you went as you did. So there he is. There is Snake Plissken. Ladies and gentlemen, by the way, people can't hear what you're saying.
Of the most metal character in all of pop culture, from our opinion. Just our opinion.
Just our opinion.
Snake Plissken.
Overall, and we don't even know what his musical choices are. Shoot a cop with a gun. The Big Apple is plenty of fun. Stab a priest with a fork, and you'll spend your vacation in New York.
New York.
Come on, dude. I can just off the top of my head.
I love that.
I know.
I love the fact that you and I, not prompted, actually both agreed.
It's true.
But this is why we're friends.
That's right. That's why we're
you
friends.
And I, it's one of the many reasons we are friends. But you and I both it's whether it's the popular opinion, the right opinion, or whatever, it's the gut, it's the heart opinion. Is this?
It is, man.
This is why we're friends.
Snake Plissken is the most metal as fuck guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy with his choice. I think that we did a good job, Dave.
I'm too.
Well, listen, Dave, this is an impromptu, quick Midnight Metal episode. I want to thank you for coming on, and I want to thank you for coming up with a great topic. And by the way, we didn't really get into it, but you did just direct another feature film, right?
Well, feature film is a very generous term. It's more of a mini feature. It's around 60 minutes long. We'll get into it next time. It was incredibly challenging, as all these things are.
Sure.
I just have to be honest. I have to be very careful what I say. I can't be too forthcoming right now on things about the experience. All I can say is that it was the most challenging thing that I've done. It certainly has made me question a lot of things career-wise, like why do I want to do this and everything else.
I know,
but well, I would love the opportunity to be able to talk about it more down the road. But again, apart from that, a lot of people worked really hard on it. I'm very appreciative of that. And just look, as always, even though this is all now spread out, Midnight Metal, and it won't get the views that Musings does or your other things.
That's not true. People are going to watch this because.
But I'm just really appreciative that you and I can have this. That we've gotten to.
Dude, this is a great idea, man. And
we've gotten to figure out that Snake Plissken is the best metal character of all time.
And this is so much fun. I want to thank you.
It was cool. It was cool having everyone come on. That was really fun. So thank you very much for that. And I hope you and Dieter have a great show.
Deets.
You quickly. The one thing you and I both got Diabolic.
Yes.
On Blu-ray.
Yes.
I have not gotten to watch it yet.
It looks good.
I'm really excited to watch. They for those that don't know, there was this movie back in the 60s that Mario Bava did called Danger Diabolic.
Oh, so
and
good.
then Italy made this new version
Oh my
called
God, that's right.
Diabolic, which I got on Blu-ray that I haven't watched yet, and that Rob, I think you ordered.
I did order it. I don't have it yet.
You haven't gotten it. I did get it.
Oh,
I have not watched it yet, but yes, there is a new version of Diabolic, the spy series made in Italy. So
yep.
so yeah, so I look forward to talking to you about that next time.
I can't wait. I don't have mine yet. I did get something I totally forgot I ordered that I will show on Let's Get Physical Media, but I got this. The new 4K of Michael Caine's Get Carter. It was one of those things that I ordered, and I'm like so happy.
It's such a great movie, and
such a
guys,
great movie.
Just you know.
By the way, directed by the man who directed Flash Gordon.
Right, Michael Hodges.
Yeah.
Are you impressed that I remembered
pretty
that
good,
fucking
man?
Name?
No, because you're you. By the way, you know what else is fucking metal as fuck? If you haven't,
Flash Gordon. Oh, I got the audiobook.
Dude,
I got the audiobook of Heat 2.
It's fucking great.
I cannot wait to listen to that. But Heat 2 is anything Heat, anything Michael Mann is metal.
Oh yeah, Michael Mann is metal.
In spirit.
Tom Jr. Jackson's like, oh, the Dieter Show with special guest Robert Meyer Burnett. Yes, that will be tomorrow at 11:30 for those of, or 11 o'clock for those of you who don't know. Dieter Bastian. Well, listen, Dave.
Yes.
I think I'm going to
wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I think we could
because
end.
You know, after we decried Snake Pliskin is the most metal character in all of pop culture, there's nothing really left to be said.
There really isn't.
No,
there really isn't.
Except, thank you, Rob.
Well,
this
Dave,
was fun.
This was great, and I want to thank you because you came up with this topic at the last minute. I love the fact you came up with this topic after going to see E.T. Let's not forget, lest we not forget. So E.T. is still inspiring people 40 years on, dude.
As it should be.
And Jaws is a metal as fuck.
September, and Jaws is the GOAT. So see that in September. But thank you guys all who watched and have been here and showed up. Thank you.
All right, everybody.
Appreciate it.
As everyone knows, every person you meet has a story to tell that you have yet to hear. And all you have to do is listen. And not only that, but you have to stay fucking metal. Fucking stay metal, man. Metal as fuck. Thank you all for being here.
Bye.
I love you all. We're out.